we are in court, in the criminal court, for the offense of the people who murdered Tob Cohen. Among the people, one of the prominent person who was supposed to take plea for murder, the DPP wrote a letter saying that there is no sufficient evidence to charge that person.
Wakili wa familia ya mfanyabiashara Tob Cohen, Danston Omari, anaeleza sababu za mauaji ya mfanyabiashara huyo na watu ambao anadai walihusika na mauaji hayo.
The DCI has filed a serious replying affidavit where he has clearly put it that the motive of killing Tob Cohen, our client, was one, that there were shares Tob Cohen had in his company, 999 shares, and one share was held by somebody who died, called Ita. Those shares were transferred mysteriously from Tob Cohen's account. When Tob Cohen, my client, discovered this, it took not less than 6 hours for Tob Cohen to be killed. So the motive was to cover up the transfer of shares that were held in Tob Cohen's company. The DCI has produced evidence placing the suspects on the site during the burial, during the murder of Tob Cohen. The DCI has provided communication between the suspects and other people who have not been charged. The DCI has graphically put it how the terms of bail and terms of releasing the suspect was conducted in a favorable manner, and orders issued that have never been issued for anybody who has applied to attend a postmortem or to attend a burial once you have been charged for murder. The DCI has provided how the investigation was conducted with all the agencies involved. Surprisingly, the DCI indicts the DPP that the DPP unilaterally stopped the prosecution of one prominent person, but allowed the others to be charged. This brings focus to the different roles of the DPP and the DCI. As a family, as the lawyers representing Tob Cohen and the family of Tob Cohen, this now confirms the fears that we had, that within government circles, there were people trying to cover up the brutal murder of Tob Cohen. The DCI has put it graphically to the whole world to know. The DCI is asking for the DPP to appear in court to be cross-examined on the basis of his decision not to charge all the parties that were involved in the murder of Tob Cohen. So it is a big day for this country that the family of the deceased have at least now come to know how Tob Cohen was murdered. What was the motive of killing our client, Tob Cohen? The family is also settled that the cover-up the lead has been removed from whoever is trying to cover up the murder of Tob Cohen. I have always repeated that every other time Tob Cohen deserves justice the way every Kenyan deserves justice. So the DCI, from the affidavit that you have, has filed all the events. The cover-up that Tob Cohen had traveled to Thailand, when I wrote letters complaining that my client has gone missing and the police are not acting, it took more than 20 days before the police acted on the question of Tob Cohen. All those is captured, that our effort to get this now is coming out through. On the diplomatic angle, this case, as you know very well, Tob Cohen was an Israeli citizen and also a Netherlands citizen. This case is likely to cause a diplomatic tiff between the Kenyan government and foreign countries. And therefore, now that the DCI has laid it bare, we are now moving very fast to get all the perpetrators arrested and charged. There can never be discrimination on the basis of position or on the basis of having a very powerful position in this country. I did put it very clearly, and I put it very clearly, that the manner in which Tob Cohen was murdered, the manner in which Tob Cohen's body was concealed, the manner in which the investigation has had a problem, there must have been very senior people who were involved in the cover-up. The evidence and the affidavits of the DCI now settles that matter. How some people will be involved in murder and they are easily removed, while others must be charged because they are small people like the Kianjakoma police officers, is a serious question that the DPP needs to answer. Is there selectivity in terms of who will be charged in this country? Is the office of the DPP involved in politics of who is charged and who is not charged? I rarely agree with the DCI on very many matters, but on this one, the DCI has got it very, very clear. What was the prominent man doing near the vicinity of the murder? Why? That is a serious question that we need to do. Number two, how does the courts delay this matter to date? Since Tob Cohen died, matters have never been dealt with. So we, on behalf of the family from Netherlands and on behalf of the late who was our client, we are demanding that now the person be arrested and be charged here tomorrow so that everybody faces the court and he responds and they respond to that matter. Any questions?
Have you been served with a letter that absorbed the judge?
As family, we have not been given the letter that absolved the suspect. But the letter is public knowledge and the DCI has filed it in court. So it is no longer secret. The DPP cleared without even having the audacity of getting the file and looking at the evidence and saying, do this and cover this. So the DPP's acts are contrary to Article 10 of the Constitution. There is no transparency, there is no accountability, and as family, we will be contemplating whether with this we can move a petition for removal of the DPP from office if this is how he is conducting prosecution in this country. I'll be taking instructions at 2 from my clients with a view of filing a petition for removal of the DPP.
In this matter, you are referring to the issue of Justice Sangale Lekandai?
Yes. Any other question?
Are there any orders in the matter of the judge he filed against the DPP and the DCI?
The case was dismissed. The arguments of him being charged were withdrawn on the basis that the DPP, exercising his powers under Article 157, had terminated the proceedings. But now the DCI has produced evidence that that decision to terminate proceedings against the judge were not made judiciously. Article 157, sub-Article 11 provides that any decision the DPP does must be in regard to the public interest, it must be judicious, it must try to enhance the dignity of the office, but here, Article 157, sub-Article 11, has been violated by the Director of Public Prosecution.
Kesi hiyo inaendelea katika Mahakama Kuu Milimani, Nairobi.